All right, folks,
All
we
right.
are here. We are live. Let's see if we have
Woohoo!
sound.
Sound.
We do. Awesomeness. Welcome to a little bit of D&D in the Svenzone. I know you
Don't.
guys are going through withdrawal because I did not stream last night. Um, a shout out again to Mantha, subscribing for 7 months. Who knows? Once again in the lead. We'll see if Gorgio pops in and subscribes again. Uh, the two of them have been going neck and neck, maintaining the subscription.
I want to join in
Appreciate
that
it.
subscription thing.
Go for it.
That
I
means you have
agree.
to
You
show me how
should.
to do it. Considering I have Amazon Prime, yes.
Absolutely. It's for free. You can even gift
Oh.
a sub to someone else if you want.
Ooh.
You could if you want to do extra support.
Ooh.
Yep. And biddies and all the other happiness. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. But let's jump right into it um, and get things going for tonight. Uh, when last we left, they had cleared out the henge and all the stuff underneath the hill where the henge is located. There are three different barrels. Found a bunch of cool stuff. Um, so let's go with Micah. What is something that your group found that was cool?
Oh, we found a bunch of cool stuff. The funniest thing that I thought we found that we didn't even know we found was walking into each of the entrances. We walked past like these weird shiny things that we totally didn't know what they were. That was pretty funny. But I think the coolest thing we found was a deer. Found a little baby deer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought it was pretty cool. It's
And
not often you find deers tied up somewhere, so
Years.
agree.
Often. Two bad words already.
I
You're
can
not doing well.
honestly say that although I've hunted some as a character, I don't think I've ever found one. You're right. In all my years of gaming.
gotta
Uh,
love them.
Speaking of years of gaming,
Found a
Catherine,
deer?
what was something interesting that you remember that the group found? One thing.
I have a new shield that we
Ooh.
found buried in the ground poorly. We tested to make sure that it was not cursed by giving it to Scrambles first, and
Then
he
me?
held it and was able to give it back to me, so there was no cursage.
Correct.
Well, like, if is there any metal in it, then Jackson is the blacksmith. So
There is some metal.
Yes.
It is a, if I remember correctly, wooden shield with some sort of metal square in the middle,
Yep. And a
Jackson should be
circle as
checking.
well. Circle of metal.
and it's outer. So it's ringed with metal, steel or something, and then has a square metal center.
Well, both
With
Trey
the
and I
rest-
should check that out. Should take a quick look at it. I know I'd be very interested in seeing it, just for the purposes of learning something, checking something
And
out.
it is magical, so
Oh, even better.
That's right.
I am now immortal,
That's right.
as far as I know.
You're watching that commercial. You're watching that commercial about the masturbating twice a week makes you immortal.
Really?
I'm immortal. There's
Wait,
some sort of
no,
a
it's important to qualify. Only 2 times a week, or a minimum of 2 times a
no
week?
minimum.
Oh, no problem.
Yes.
I'm immortal.
Yeah. There you
I've
go.
been since I was 13.
I don't think that's accurate.
I've been since I was 4. You know.
So Micah Scramble determined the shield was magical, doing the Scramble's magic test, and it passed.
Ooh.
Should throw it out there. I'm 100% accurate on that so far.
He literally just picked it up and threw it at the wall to make sure it wouldn't just fold on itself. And it didn't, so
Okay.
it's magical.
And
Oh,
several things have, so we knew they weren't magical.
Nailed it.
But by scrambles, disseminating it, throwing it
Right.
into a wall.
It's
Okay. It's a solid test, I guess, right?
so far.
It has
And
currently
it
worked.
has worked 100% of the time.
All right, and Mantha, what was something that you guys found that you remember?
There was a sorry. There was a potion, a invulnerability. I remember it looked like liquid metal. So like that's
Like
what I
mercury.
remember about it. So it's probably got some mercury in it, but you know.
You can drink anything once. All right.
Hopefully.
Um. All right. So that's where we're taking off. You guys have a choice. You have done what was asked of you, so in return, you will be led to the Dragon Barrow, Barrow. You're not taking something and giving it back. It is where people are buried, and um, the centaurs are going to take you there. However, you do have a choice of whether or not you want to head back to town first, rest, relax, stock up on anything you may want to stock up on, or if you're just going to head straight there.
Can I just ask real quick? Did we go anywhere with the sword thing? We found it. Clues, anything? We're supposed to go look finding a sword. Did we find it?
That's what the centaurs are going to lead us to.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
the last we had talked, I thought the end we were talking about maybe after clearing all this out, doing a bit of resting before we go to meet the centaurs, depending on how long it has taken us to do whatever. I don't know. Or we can go to the centaurs and whatever. I just know that spells are a little thin, as in I have none left.
Also, we are trying to prepare a lot of meat.
A lot of
Okay.
what?
Meet.
And yes, and that was what we were going to do while we were waiting for. In fact, we spent some time already curing some of the meat. So we are curing the meat of
Pork
all
meat?
its diseases. The meat. Oh, the boars. We
3
remember we.
giant boars and
Yeah.
a,
3 boars and a deer.
but they hadn't killed
And
the
a
deer up to this
partridge
point
in a
yet.
pear tree.
Deer is still surviving, watching us
The deer is
mutilate,
tied up in
tied
a
up,
little
watching us
pen.
mutilate things.
Ah,
We could
is
have
it
left
is
it
it
in the pen it was originally in, but we wanted to carry it over there, over here,
is it
I guess.
is it a normal deer or something special?
Just a little
It's just
deer.
a deer.
Little baby deer.
You have not done the magic scrambles magic test yet, so as far as you know, it's a normal deer.
All right. Well, I have magics that'll actually it won't kill it, so we have magic testings available.
Oh, it's already tied up. It's not. It's just a deer.
I'm just saying,
As
John.
far as you know.
What does
I
that say?
have seen a million deer in my life. It's a deer.
Have you hit one yet? That's my question.
I have never punched a deer.
That's no, I meant with a car.
No, I've never hit a deer in real life. I had a deer hit me once. I was
Oh,
Yeah,
at
the deer always hits you.
no, I was at a
You
dead stop.
you never hit a deer.
No, I was at a dead stop in the
What?
middle of nowhere, and it ran into the side of my car. Literally stopped.
I gotcha.
And I was blaring loud music. It was so dumb. That deer was so stupid. I was listening to
Word of
Eminem
the
at
wise.
2:30 in the morning at a four-way stop in the middle of a farmland, and I was completely stopped in my Jeep, and it ran into the side of my Jeep. So dumb.
Damn.
Wow.
I guess tip for the future. You guys, you're never going to hit a deer. The deer is always going to hit you, okay? Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on whether you're backing out and they're backing into you at an angle, or
No, the deer hit you.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter either way for insurance. They don't care. It's an animal
they
collision.
just need to move those signs. The deer crossing further down the road, so they cross at a
and
better
the deer
spot.
won't cross there. So, yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Makes
It's
sense.
a better spot.
obviously.
When we were growing up, we hit a deer, and it was pretty devastating.
To the car or
As
to the
it
deer?
both the deer actually lived, but and it looked like it would be okay. But man, our front end of the car, the roof, I mean the hood, the glass, the whole front end of it was fucked.
One of
We
my
just thankful it wasn't a moose, because if a moose would have timbered down onto us, that's to hit us, and it would have been devastating.
if you'd even noticed.
Yeah, I
But
know.
the one of my favorite movie scenes involving hitting a deer of all time was still from
Tommy Boy.
no, the one where the author gets waylaid by the crazy woman. Misery. Oh my god, because it came out of the blue. I had not expected, and the thing is thrashing around with its head inside the car and its antlers going all over the place. It was really freaky. It's a good little scene.
I don't remember that scene.
Well, now that we
Oh, it's-
talked about a deer for 15 minutes.
That's how he gets stuck.
Yeah.
So I think we should probably take all of our ridiculous amount of meat back to town then. If we have so much meat that it needs to be cured, and we have to drop off these characters we don't want to drag with us, we should probably go back to town. Anyone opposed? Take our long rest, get all of our spells back, drop off our NPCs and our meat.
It's a ways to town still too, isn't it?
No,
I
not from
have
that.
no idea.
Oh, wait a minute, never mind.
So
I was
Ignore
not
me.
here on the approach to the summit.
you guys
Didn't we travel a day or two to
get
get
to
here?
you guys meet up with the centaurs and let them know that you cleared everything out,
Sure.
but that you're looking at
Pardon me.
heading back to town first. Here is the map. You can see where you are in comparison to the city. And if you look at the top right, you'll see each hex is 5 miles. And so they will offer to take you to the edge of the first and wait for you there overnight.
First what? The first stage?
Are we? I'm sorry. When we
The
say town, are
forest.
we talking about heading over to Neverwinter, or all the way back down to Phandalin, or over to Conyberry?
It says
Conyberry
yes,
big
but it's
exists.
Kraken.
Oh, never mind.
It's a
But-
ghost town. It did exist.
Okay, so but I mean Neverwinter or Phandalin.
Oh, where's our big the big pin for us representing us?
So
So
the key.
Oh, I know where it is. I mean, we're on the map. I can't see it yet.
Under the word wood in Neverwinter Wood.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty. Pretty scene.
That is Conyberry.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Ghost town.
It's
Literal
okay,
ghost town,
okay.
like literal ghosts, or
No.
it's just
well,
an empty town.
it is possible.
They did find a goblin there.
Yes,
They
you found a
terrorized
couple of
it
interesting
and
things.
took. And in
What are
that,
you giggling
I mean,
about?
there's a ghost there now.
and they didn't kill him.
I've heard
so
the stories.
They did not kill him.
Yeah,
and-
no.
and
Really?
the tall structure way off in the distance is a temple that was full of ogres and orcs, which they cleared out.
Gotcha.
Yes, that was fun. That was Scrambles jumping into a room with 8 orcs in it with abandon and made it out alive.
I
Wow.
did it.
Me, Jackson, and Cree are like running asses and elbows trying to get to the house as we hear this battle going on in there. He's by himself, run.
Yeah.
We got to the door, killed a couple of them right at the door, and by the time we got in there, everything else was
I did work.
yes.
I shot my flare off into the room, which I'm not gonna lie, guys, it works like 95% of the time. If someone's just in a room and they didn't expect there to be like a firework going off behind them, it is incredibly distracting. And you almost
mean,
it's
always
so
it's
loud.
the
you almost
flashbang, yeah.
always get the upper hand. It works great. Anyway, I don't know. I don't care what we do with the food and the people, but as long as we make a decision.
I'm just asking which direction are we going?
So if we
Neverwinter or
went-
back to Phandalin?
If we went back to town to
Oh.
drop everybody off, it would be Phandalin. because we don't have any establishments in Neverwinter. In fact, I
Correct.
don't even know if we've been to Neverwinter.
Okay.
I know we
Just wondering.
came from Neverwinter,
and
but
not gone back.
in game, I don't think we've ever been there.
We're kind of close to that. The mining encampment there. I think where the river
Yeah.
splits. Is that a feasible, doable thing? Or right here's what's his bucket too? This the inn. The
The
dude
hunting
at the
lodge,
inn.
yeah.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Can we help him at all somehow?
I think we could safely drop them off at any of those points if that's what you're saying. You don't want to waste in-game time taking them back to Phandalin. Then yes, we could probably drop them off at what's his place? That hawk guy. We could probably
Yeah,
drop them
I
off
think
there.
yeah.
Hawkins.
Centaurs have offered to take you back to Phandalin, and they'll just stop at the edge of the woods.
Okay, cool. Let's do that then.
That sounds. I mean, Tagan doesn't have any strong opinions, but like that
Sure.
sounds like a good deal.
All
Cool.
right. So I need percentiles from everyone.
Whee. Oh baby, what you got?
All right, and I need one from Cree.
Yep, I'm getting it. There's Crease, I think.
You want one from
Just a few
Tricks too, or no?
Jacksons. Yep, Jackson's coming up here in a second.
Got it.
And voila.
All right. So as you got in and scrambles, as you all are waiting, they sound out this horn, and it's almost quiet. It's in tones that you have a hard time hearing. Cree sort of winces, but the rest of you can hear him blowing, but it's sort of like when he's warming up and but Cree can hear the sound.
Okay.
Centaur.
Talking about the centaurs.
Yes. And a few
Yeah. Okay.
moments later. All right, so I'm trying to get the right picture here. Give me just a second.
Oh, do they have some cool mythical wood beast that's going to carry us back and forth? That would be awesome.
It's was it the lion Pegasus thing that we have? That was this. That'd be funny. He's
Manticore.
pressed into service. Yes.
Oh,
So she comes trotting back up, as well as several other centaurs.
Okay. Okay.
He must be special.
she's the one we
There
talked
you
to
go.
originally. Or we talked to her. She didn't talk. She just
Yeah.
kind of nodded to the male version.
And that is Jackson's ride,
That dude or the
That
chick?
dude. Okay.
the
That
dude.
dude.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Oh, maybe I thought you were talking about the invisible horse that was kind of set aside.
Not the dead one. You just hold it and make clacking noises with your mouth as you run,
There you go.
dragging along behind. Um, so,
If you grab
scrambles.
the coconuts off that one woman's
Hey,
outfit there, you could probably
grabbing
use it for
woman's
the other horse.
no grabbing woman's coconuts, guy. Haven't you
So
learned yet?
scrambles, you have the green one is your mount, and
Ooh.
Godin, the blue skirted one, is yours,
One of the coconuts.
How can
and the
so
other one.
the centaur can carry scrambles?
She got a
Yeah.
bow with arrows.
Exactly, my big ass.
It's
Wow.
because they're magical, I'm assuming.
And after you guys mount up, um, the other one is casting a spell as you're getting on their backs, uh, and you see this green and black mist form around all the centaurs that are there that have people that are carrying people. And you suddenly they take off at a sprint, whipping through the trees. Um, at first, you're like I am on the. Um, I lost my train of thought. The Space Mountain on Space Mountain because being a tall person and you're in complete
Eh,
blackness,
it
you
looks like you're
keep
constantly about to
expecting
get your head chopped off.
get my
Yes.
head chopped off. So first time I rode it, my neck was sore because I was squinching down so much. Um, and you guys are like that as you're whipping through the trees. Right, keep expecting to get smacked and hit by brambles and bushes and branches. And after about 10 minutes, you realize you haven't been hit at all. And so you start to relax a little bit. Um, and it
And
doesn't,
that's when you get hit.
that's right. And it doesn't
That's when a
make
tree comes
sense.
out of nowhere.
Um, doesn't seem to make any
Wait.
sense because the ground is going faster than their hooves are um, propelling them.
A magical journey.
Cool.
The shaman is with you. She is not carrying anyone, but she's with the pack, the group of you, the herd, as you guys are flying through these trees, and um, you're also not sore. Those of you who have ridden horses before, uh, uh, none of you are really well versed in riding horses, except for maybe Toggin. Haven't really discussed that, but uh, you're not sore. You're not being jostled around and bumped around. It's a sort of almost like a swaying, like a swing when you go to or the ride when you go as a kid when outside the grocery store, put your quarter in the little horse and that's what it feels like as you just a smooth gallop, almost like a canter as it moves, and
Crazy.
you're able to take drinks if you want. You can munch a little food if you get hungry. But as you're wondering just how long this is going to be and what's going on
Yeah.
with this, they come to a stop, and you see that the trees have cleared quite a bit, and you are at the edge of the forest
Holy
ahead of you.
shit.
And
That is fast. Didn't that take us like 2 days to do on foot or 3 days
you
last
travel
time?
typically 20 to 25 miles a day. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Tagan even knows like how far we went. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been following the river," and he doesn't realize that this is like very far away from where we were.
Yes. I am very impressed. I'm going to say it out loud. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to look down at my horse lady and say, "What type of magic is that? And how do I learn it?"
And she taps
Falls in love with me,
she
of course.
taps your leg, reaches back and taps your leg, and says, "Well, honey, first thing you gotta do is become a female centaur, and then come back to us, and she can teach you."
She's from the South, huh?
I can't.
Southern Belle. She's a Southern Belle.
I'm not qualified to be a female centaur. Even if I did the easiest part of it, it would still not make me a centaur.
So
True polymorph, I guess.
you guys
I'm
hop
not even
down,
gonna ask.
and again, like I said, you don't
Come
feel
on.
like you've been riding horses. It doesn't, your legs aren't sore, your thighs aren't sore at all.
Wow.
Um, and
That's awesome.
the one who is carrying Jackson, he trots up and says, We will remain here until you return tomorrow.
He has faith in us, at least.
Okay.
And they sort of trot back into the forest a little bit. I need
Awesome.
a nature check from somebody who is skilled in nature
Ooh, I'm pretty good at nature. Let me see my
or
skills.
survival, either one. It's a DC
See what we got.
Ooh, my survival is
DC
pretty
12.
dope.
All right, give me a second.
I have a +4 in survival. If anybody has better,
Survival or hold on, survival
or nature.
Anybody can
know.
roll it.
Nature. Okay.
No, anyone who's rolled it in either one, just one.
Yay!
Or better.
I threw it in there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
15.
Try fun. Survival +2 and nature
We
plus.
got the same. So.
Okay.
We know the things we know.
Wow.
Right. So you realize the time is about just over an hour, hour and a half beyond noon.
Okay.
Goodness.
Yeah, we moved.
That was fast.
As you start heading toward Phandalin.
We.
And
I'll walk in front. Kind of make
you
our way
hit
to
the
Phandalin.
road.
Hit the road.
Okay.
They brought us to the road, or we walked to the road.
No, you walked to the road. They
Okay.
left you.
All right,
They left in the forest.
All right.
So it's 1:30
In the afternoon.
on the
Sorry.
2nd now?
Same day.
But it was 7 o'clock when we left at night. We spent the whole afternoon cooking and stuff. We were still searching the barrows after lunch, so I know we were.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread. I didn't move the time.
I know we did a short rest because I got my channel divinities back.
I didn't read the time.
We did a short rest while we were
So give me a minute.
cooking all day. Yeah, no problem. Like, wait a minute. Did we go back in time? That's
That'd be
impressive.
epic.
That's the real magic.
Yeah. It's
now lunchtime
You
again. We
make
can
it
eat
across the
again.
forest, and it's earlier than when you left.
We have to fight them again. Have to do the whole fight at the hill again. That'd be awesome.
All right, so it's 8:30 when they drop you off.
There we go. And it's still how far to? I closed the map, but it was still a bit of a ways down to Phandalin from the edge of the forest, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 miles or so. 20, 25. Am I right?
Yeah, we're still pretty far.
So it's at 10 o'clock. You hit the road where it splits and heads down to Phandalin. And you see there's a large encampment. Lots of fires, tents, wagons drawn up in a circle. As you're coming close to where you know the road is. What would you like to do?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't have any kind of binoculars or anything. I think we should probably creep up and get see if we can see a banner on the encampment, or see if there's any guards running around. Or I'm not very stealthy. Do we have anyone in the group who is stealthy and can go check it out for us besides Trix?
Yes, except that I'm wearing adamantium armor, so.
Bree is high stealth.
Okay.
Cool.
And he doesn't have much armor either, so.
We could send Kree and Trix together to go check it out for us, see if maybe they can give us like a rough head count, see if they know. My main thing is, are they orcs? Are they people? Are they drow? Are they goblins? Do they have a banner of like the king or not the king? Or
the families? Are they soldiers? Yeah.
are they sacrificing children in the open? Like, what are we doing over there?
Okay. Well, Kree is trained in stealth.
Pipes up. I can make someone invisible.
That's pretty gangster. It should still not be me.
That's probably gonna help with stealth. So
Oh, I agree completely, but it should still not be me. Even invisible, I'm gonna
Oh
get
yeah,
found.
no.
Also,
Yeah.
so is Trix is also trained in stealth. So I think because Trix is just smaller innately, maybe we should make Kree invisible. Because Trix is a small person, or small in size.
Is that a redoable spell, or is it a potion, or what is it?
That's a good question.
It's a
Invisible.
spell. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? We're gonna take a long rest soon anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I like it.
I mean, if
Kree
we're
will
taking a
subject
long
himself
rest
to.
very soon, like he can just do both. Because spell slots.
Spell slots.
Trix would be embarrassed. He's so good at that stuff. So
I'm
I
also
think
just very small anyway, so why not? Let's give it to the person who's most going to benefit from it. I think they might be able to just walk in there.
Okay, so is Tugin doing it on one or both?
Oh, I
Hey,
probably just one. I'm just a big rat person. I'm just a rat. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
how high
He's
is
going.
his stealth?
Of course,
His stealth is +8.
of course,
Damn.
There's-
if the encampment is looking for food and a rat comes wandering too close, especially a large one,
Sure, but they have to see him first.
true.
All right, so what's the plan, folks?
I think the plan is to make Kree invisible and then send Kree and Trix in there.
Yep.
At least that's what I heard.
That's what I understand as well.
So
Yep.
his light
Is it roll something for Kree?
can be turned off, by the way.
Kree's or Trix, I mean.
Tricks.
Trix's light can be turned
Oh,
off.
his
Are you
brain
serious?
light? That's
His
dope.
cranium can be
I didn't
turned
know
on or
that.
off.
You just tell us that now. A
Does
half a
his-
year into
Yeah, now
this.
that he's trying to
It's
sneak
been on
around.
his character sheet the entire time since day one.
Does it turn his brain off too, or
No.
Bold of you to assume the brain was on in the
All right,
first
so who's
place.
handling Kree? Who's handling Tricks?
I'll take Trix.
Go ahead
I
and
guess I'll do Kree.
both of you give me
Stealth rolls.
stealth checks in the tower.
And just to be clear, I want to be like 30, 40 feet off the encampment. I'm not trying to get right up in their business.
Where did you put the towers this time? God damn it. Hold on, I gotta find my tower now. Sir.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, what? Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted it in the tower or not in the tower?
Yes.
He
No,
wants
that's okay.
a tower, but I don't see where my tower is anymore. I keep it over here and it's not there. Keep my shit around.
All right.
Sven,
I don't know where your
where's my
tower
tower?
is. I can't see your screen. I have no idea.
I mean, how would I? Is there a way of pulling it up secretly?
If you minimize your other windows, you
It's
should
not
be able to
anywhere.
see it.
Oh, there it is. Way the hell over here. Wow.
All right. So you
All right, I'm
as you
sorry.
both move up, are you staying together or staying within 30 feet of each other so he can talk?
Yes, that was what I wanted to stay within 30 feet. That way I can communicate telepathically with them. But I don't
Alright.
think being directly next to each other is a good call.
And Kree is invisible. Um,
We go back together here.
all right, so you guys are come up. You get to about 30 feet away. You hear a couple instruments. Sounds like a stringed instrument of some kind, being accompanied by a bass. Some sort of drum beat. Uh, you hear a couple voices singing and people laughing. You see there are 2 or 3 campfires, and there's a large circle of wagons, and all this is happening within the circle of wagons. I need. Let me push these to you.
Is your message for Mantha?
Yes, she has invisibility.
It's a message for you, Mantha. All my macros are going.
Switch characters.
Um,
That's probably why. They're character dependent, not the
Yes,
other
you are
ones.
correct. It says invisibility. It's a start. You have the title.
It just says you can't see them. Duh.
Is that what it says?
It should. No, because it gives you specifications on like you can be invisible as long as you don't attack people and things like that, and all that kind of crap.
Ah,
Fairy lights and
yes.
Alright, so it does not give any kind of advantage on stealth or anything like that. Um,
being invisible doesn't give you an advantage. Wow.
It would
mechanically,
give
if
you a
you don't
surprise
roll
advantage, I
twice,
imagine.
Oh, I see what you were
you're
saying.
still just as noisy. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, so I need this. Perception. I don't see where it gives me the option. So if you guys would both click on the DIS on the bottom, next to the modifiers ADV and DIS, if you would both
Yeah, I
click
see
that.
DIS. I clicked DIS. It's now red.
Mine didn't go right. It's just there. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's red. You're rolling. Rolling. Oh, big disadvantage.
Wow.
Alright, so what would you guys like to do? You're about 30 feet away from the circle of wagons.
I just want to look and see what type of people are in the wagon, like what race they are. Try to get a rough head count of how many there are.
So you can tell that the animals are
This,
not
this
hooked up to the wagons.
Okay.
Um, there are no animals; they're just wagons. Uh, they have the yokes. They're just nothing attached to the yokes. Um, and between it's with the brush and the grass and things, can't really see beyond the wagons. You're gonna have to get up to like underneath the wagon or something to see and be
Mm,
able to see into
Now,
the circle.
keeping in mind that we're thinking that they're having a guard out, they're having their watch people. This is the stealth part of it. That's how we're able to get past those people, or is that like another activity we have to then roll for?
Nope, that's what your stealth does, is prevents people from noticing you.
Okay, so like, can I Cree go up to like to look under the wagon and glance through and whatnot sort of thing, or tricks as well? Find a spot to look deeper into the circle of see if we can figure out anything.
All right, so
I think
as you
because he's invisible, I'll let him do that. I don't think I should do it. He's invisible, so I'll hang back and watch out for him.
okay,
Okay, I will do that then. Stealthy, very carefully,
I'm
quietly.
gonna be
I'm gonna sneak up to the line of wagons and see if I can hear anything in the wagons that are near me, as well as see if I can suss out what's the situation.
all right.
Get
So
some
yeah,
sort of
like I said,
clue as to what's going on.
you don't hear anything from the wagons themselves. Um, you do as you're able to maneuver yourself, you can see between the wagons, and you see that you're that there are a bunch of shadowy figures between you and the campfire. Um, they look to be humanoid, and then as they on the other side of the campfire, so where you can see them, they look to be a mix of human and half elf. Um, for the most part, there's even a couple halflings there.
Okay.
You
So
see
to me,
most
that
of
would
them have
indicate that there's semi.
weapons, but like I said, a couple of them are sitting down and playing music. A lot of them are dancing. A couple of them, a couple of them are dancing, but most of them are just eating and laughing, and a couple of them are singing and stuff like that. It just looks like they're getting ready to bed down for the night. It
Am I,
is late.
am I seeing any sort of wagon that would indicate like a armory or taking something valuable, one particular item, or perhaps opposite a cage, something in it, or any sort of unusual um, wagons that would indicate
Nothing
that
that,
that is a purpose of what's going on.
nothing that jumps out at you that looks to you like a merchant's caravan. Does not seem to be any kind of performers or slavers or anything like that.
Right, right.
Trix is going to
And
ask
about
him.
how many people?
Right now,
Estimate
you're
how many
looking
people?
at you've seen about a dozen.
Okay, so I guess I thought.
Trix is going to ask him, does he see any holy symbols or banners or anything like that, or is this just like a regular, like a ragtag group of people?
He
To
doesn't
Kree.
notice any holy symbols, but most of them are wearing some sort of armor and do have weapons.
Ready.
All right, Kree, let's get out of here before we wear our luck thin.
All right, we'll do.
All right, I'm putting you back.
Report what we found to our knowledge.
All right, you are back.
Woohoo!
So there are quite a few of them. They don't seem to be a part of any similar organized thing, but they're pretty well armed. Kree got a better look than I did, though. He could probably tell you a little more.
We can only tell you what Sven tells him that he saw.
What did he tell you he saw?
So we saw a ragtag bunch of what looked like half human, half elves, and half other things, perhaps. Uh, Nothing out of the ordinary as far as like a ruffian type of thing or an armory carrying valuables. Nothing slavery looking or so it could be just some people traveling around. It could be they have a quest of some sort like we would do. Uh,
Not
doesn't look like
unified
they're
under one.
aggressive. It just looks like they're prepared to take on trespassers, perhaps.
They're not unified under one banner or anything like that. They're not all like serving a king or anything that we can tell.
So maybe some sort of merchant's caravan or something.
Could be just random merchants. They all have like animals
So
pulling these
there
carts.
wasn't anything to indicate though heavily merchants though. That's what I was trying to say.
But they have wagons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're either moving or they're carrying something to somewhere.
Yep. We didn't see anything that was holding people in it that we could tell. No like slaving canopy looking things or barred off areas or anything that looks super locked up or precious either.
So
But
should we approach them to get news?
yeah, we could approach them to get news. There's about 12 of them, or I mean, they didn't seem hostile and they weren't chanting or sacrificing children to the pagans, so who knows?
We saw.
Yeah, while we were there. Looks like they're bedding down for the night, though. So if we approach them, we need to make sure we approach them visibly so they can see us coming, and we don't want to alarm or startle anyone.
It's late at night though, so I'm not sure if that would be a might as well, whatever.
We could just ignore them and bypass around them, turn all our torches off, and let the dark vision people lead us out of their way. If that's what we want to do, I'm fine with that too. I'm gonna need to be led though, because I cannot seize in the dark.
I am also
Imagine,
not
imagine
able to
the.
see it.
It's probably a good thing it's kind of havoc you wreak that you couldn't see in the dark. We'd be in big trouble.
But I do like the idea of maybe trying to find out why they're wandering through, if they're going to Fandolin or what. I'm
fine with that too.
curious.
I'm also great at talking to people. I have excellent people skills. So if we need to chit chat with them, we can do that. We have lots of meat to trade. We could trade them our meat right now. Get rid of it.
True. It's not a bad call.
So
Which kind of meat?
Bort, we never did kill the deer, right?
no, we have a deer. I'm just-
Or you brought it with us?
Did we leave the deer?
No, I have the deer. I wouldn't tie it up to die there on the ground.
Holy shit!
You're not carrying the deer with you.
Okay, so you're telling me Scrambles hog-tied a deer up and just said goodbye to it and just gonna let it rot into the ground,
It's up to you.
not
What do you
take it
want to
with him?
do? You can let it go.
I would have taken the deer with me. It's just throw it over my shoulder. It's a deer. It weighs like 50
Why are
pounds.
you kidnapping the deer, though?
Because why not? What do we need? Why? We're gonna either butcher it out or take it with us alive. Unless somebody can convince me not to take it with us alive or wants to butcher it out for me, I'm very pro. Just fuck it. Let's take it with us.
God.
Does anybody want to butcher it? Because I don't want to butcher it out. I think it'd be easier just to drag it with us.
Why do you want to keep it with
It's
you,
a game
though?
track.
Because you can trade it. It's worth money. I've also never caught a deer before.
He's
Okay.
he's absconded with
To be fair,
toenails, and flakes of skin, and trust me, this is normal.
it was pre-caught. It was in a cage, and then you tied it up and took it with you.
don't try-
You didn't catch it
Don't
on
try to
your
take
own.
my
It was
deer
in a
catch from me,
cage.
Taugen. This was my
I
deer
am
catch. I found it. I dibsed it. It's fair.
All right, I say we approach the camp with the idea of maybe trading some of the meat.
Sure.
I am a bit confused. Are there people you are trying to avoid?
Just bad people who
Always.
might want to fight us.
Yeah,
I don't know how often you go into town, Taugen, but we are not a real pretty group of people.
Exactly.
And
You're a minotaur, a
and
tiefling.
a dragonborn and a giant owlbear and a rat that has a brain that's glowing. Especially
Bugbear,
at night.
bugbear.
Whatever. Especially at night, we're scary. We are a freakishly weird
We are
group of
a
people.
group of
Two of
large
us have
men.
horns, so
And a giant rat with
yeah,
a
the
brain
giant rat with his brain
exposed.
that glows.
I just imagine you guys walking into town, and they're like, "Ah, shit! They found another one."
You're the most normal looking one of the group, and you're 8 foot
by
tall.
far.
You're
By
8
far.
feet tall. So at night we look like somebody chose all of the worst monsters to fight and just threw them at you as an encounter. We are a
You said
creepy,
that they were half elves, half human, half elves.
yeah.
There were
what
some,
would-
yes. I saw
what looked to
some.
be
That
a
looked
group
like
of
it.
them.
So why don't I go in front and prominently display my symbol of Sylvanus?
Sure, show me your anus.
Sylvanus,
Oh.
Sylvanus, the goddess that I worship, that
Okay.
is the elvish god.
Either way,
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, let's
Probably
not
a
show Scrambles gods.
I
And
I just have
if
tattoos of them. I can't hide it.
does anybody have a torch I could borrow?
I have a lantern you can use.
We have a
Oh,
lot
that'll
of
work.
torches.
I also have a buttload of
I
torches.
do not. I have a candle, but
Yes.
I'd rather have a.
No, I have a lantern, so you can use it.
And we have torches and oil and
I mean,
flasks.
yeah, Togging can cast light on himself.
As I hand you the lantern, I say,
Really?
"Hey, if things get dicey, don't be afraid to shit whip this on the ground and start a fire. I'm totally cool with that.
All right.
Works every time." What type of lantern do I have? I think I have two actually.
You
There
do.
it is. I have a hooded lantern, and I do have two of them, so I'll give you one of them.
And I open the hoods, turn it on.
I put my inventory to
Okay.
1 on that, so you officially own that lantern now. It is yours until you give it back, or until you shit whip it onto the ground, or whatever you choose to do with it. It is yours now.
All right. So, what is the order in which you are approaching this group?
I have glowing eyes and giant horns, so I'm gonna sit in the
Oh.
back.
I will go first.
You're
I
supposed
also
to go. Okay.
cannot see shit.
So you
Uh,
should be
I'm going to
sort
be
of
I
in the
lit
mean,
up.
middle.
Toggin has light, so he'll walk with scrambles.
All right. I guess Kree and I will
Ooh, we
hang
could go in
towards
order
front
of
then.
height.
Oh
Just
yeah,
have
Toggin
Talgan at
goes
the
in the
back,
back,
then Scrambles, and then
looking over your
Jackson,
heads.
and then the owlbear, and then the rat. Meh. And Kree and then the rat. No, that's ridiculous. We're not doing that.
I mean,
I
we
think
could.
Godden is taller than Jackson, but
Oh, he might be.
Yes. Yes, he is. I'm only 6'4".
Yeah. You're barely making it in the NBA.
I know. Right.
his horns
That's true.
add another 3
Yeah.
inches.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You
That's
have to
a
count
hat
the
though.
horns. Let's be real here. You have to.
It's my Viking hat though. Doesn't really count. As far as everybody knows.
All right. So, who is leading the group?
I
The
am.
anus boy.
Godden, evidently.
Sylvanus.
All right. So, Toggin and Godden.
I'm sorry. Say that
I'm
again.
I'm tall, or excuse me, Jackson was taller than Steph Curry, by the way.
Yeah.
So Steph Curry's only 6'2", so
All right. So, and how are you approaching them? So, you're about 60 feet away at this point. I mean, no, you're about 100 feet away from this as you've lit your lanterns and are starting to walk toward them. You're about 100 feet away from the circle of wagons. The road is on the other side of the circle of wagons.
we noticed at this point if they've seen us.
There has
They would
not
have seen.
been any kind of indication at this point.
Like we're about 100 feet away. As we approach, I want to watch and make, when they see us, I want to say something.
Yeah, we want to be obvious that we're trying to
Okay.
be
Yeah.
obvious.
So as you're
Yeah, I don't think we're hiding. I don't think we can hide. Let's
so
be real here.
do you have weapons drawn? Are you
No, no.
No.
Oh.
Now have our weapons down.
I am putting my lantern kind of to the right side of my chest so that the symbol of Savannah can be easily seen once we get close enough so people can see it.
I'm gonna make sure that my cloak of billowing kind of comes over my big old scars and tattoos of Rakdos that are on my arm.
Good
So that way
idea.
people don't associate it.
Toggen's just walking like he normally would.
all right? Fluttering down, landing in front of you, about 30 feet away, just at the edge of your lantern light. There's a pair of bird people. They're about 50 feet apart from each other. As they both land, they're wearing armor, and as they land, the
Oh, cute.
edge of their spears illuminate. And stepping forward, directly between the two of them is a man. He has a beard. Has
See
banded
a
armor.
man with a bow over there
And
telling me I got to beware. Go ahead.
looking like some sort of skirt or a long pantsuit or something. And she steps forward. She's got an arrow cocked, but it's pointed down. And he says, actually, 1 minute.
You shall not
There it is.
pass.
Shit, where the hell is this?
And Sven rolls for accent.
Not the accent. No.
No. Do not do Mike Tyson for the voice. I will be really.
That'd be awesome.
How
Is that
would you
one of the
know? It
choices?
depends on how good his impersonation is.
Is that one of the choices? That's my question.
Yes.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't be surprised
Yes.
in the least. We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop.
No, thank you.
Sorry, Fantasy Grounds is taking his time tonight. Give me just a moment.
As he spends 30 seconds practicing the new accent.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Probably not, which is why it would be butchered.
A second
I'd go
time
through
to
5 different dialects before I settle on something.
brings you.
You're like,
In-
fuck it,
in
just
high
start
school-
talking and see what happens.
In high school, I was in a play called The Kids of Bristol. It was actually based on the life of George Mueller, who was a preacher who started one of the world's largest and first orphanages for children in England. And in that play, the kids are all supposed to learn Cockney, for the streets of England. I am a German preacher, but a good chunk of my time I spent helping the kids learn how to speak Cockney. I had the worst time then trying to go back to the very, very guttural German attempt at an accent. It was every once in a while I'd fall back into what they were saying around me and like, damn, this is
Like,
difficult.
shit, wait.
When everyone around you is talking in a certain accent, it's very difficult not to just automatically pick that up.
Yeah.
Especially something as broad as the real heavy Southern dialect or a Cockney English dialect. They're very pronounced. Or Australian. Something is so pronounced, it's very hard not to automatically imitate.
Nobody's trying to see.
Alright, so
They give you dirty looks.
he
You fuck it up.
steps. So he steps up into the light as they land, and their spears light up again. They're sort of holding them at their side. They have shields as well, and they're holding them with the point up, so they're not actively aggressive. But they're there and they're lighting. It's equivalent to a light spell, so it's 30 feet light around them. And in addition to the light that you're shedding with your lanterns and your light spell, so he is clearly able to be seen as well as they are, and he steps forward. It is clear that you are wanting our attention. What can we do for you?
What is your question? No, I am Godin, and by the light of Sylvanus, I greet you, along with my friends here. We are on a quest at the moment, and just traveling back to Fanland to drop off supplies and get some rest. And notice your band, and you do not seem to be hostile, evil, or anything nefarious like we have been fighting for the last multiple weeks. But we thought we would find out if maybe you needed some supplies. We've got a very large portions of new boar meat that we just finished butcher-tating, and we have a deer that has not yet been butcher-tated, if you are so interested. and just in general, find out what brings you through the wilderness to. And if you're headed to Vandalin, maybe we could join you on the way, since that's where we're going anyway. We're going to rest and do whatever. So,
Our home base.
Yeah.
Our peeps are there.
So we mean you no harm, and we serve those that are in need, not. And this is why we're on our quest to begin with. Let me introduce Scrambles. He's our leader, the big guy here, not the real big guy. This big guy, and then you have the other big guy. That is Jackson, and then the medium big guy is Cree, and then the gigantic thing over there, that's Toggin. And I don't remember what you are, Toggin. I'm sorry.
Giant.
My name
Miss
is
Toggin.
Toggin, River Chaser, Cattle Clan.
And then, of course, I don't want to forget Trix. This is our
From Scotland.
sidekick.
Kree's not there.
With Cree is not there.
He's invisible, remember?
He's
Oh,
invisible.
I just didn't realize he was still invisible. I
Oh.
thought he undid that when he came back.
He's
The
invisible.
one you cannot see. No, I'm just kidding. There is another with us, but he is stuck in a after having been used a spell. And
I can drop invisibility. I didn't.
No, it's fine.
I didn't think
There's
about
no
it.
need though. This moment.
yeah. So anyway, that's us. We are at your mercy.
The two raven folk communicate with each other briefly, and
Chirp, 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 chirp,
the
chirp, chirp, chirp.
scout, as he's listening to you, see him rub one foot against the other as he's scratching some sort of itch. He says, "This is all of you. There are no more of you out there in the darkness."
Is Cree
Cree.
visible at this point or no?
We have not determined that yet. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Give you undo me.
yeah. We'll just
Undo
drop
me,
the
man.
invisibility. I feel like it would be more awkward to be caught in that than to just do it. So yeah, Toggin drops the invisibility.
Yeah, this is Cree. He was struck with a spell and just finally was released from it.
Struck with the spell.
And this is all of us,
It's
yes.
fine.
The two birds, their lights go out, and they, with a hop, jump up and take back to the sky.
It must be the guards.
Come,
So cute.
talk to us. Talk to you must come back inside the circle. Follow me, and he leads you to the southeast, around, and you see that there is a the circle of wagons are all packed pretty close to each other, but there's one area where there is missing a wagon that's missing. So you see people coming in and out. It's the closest to the road,
Aye.
and let me see. Let me get some of these.
Barbarian magic awareness. Yeah, there's going to be magic everywhere with the elven. If there's any sort of elven magic going on here.
We
God,
really
we
ain't
suck.
rolling well.
We suck.
Wow. Alrighty then.
Are you do
We
over?
barely see shit. Like,
Okay.
Cohorts.
Don't forget you do have inspiration.
oh yeah.
All right. So walking towards you, There are also 2 large lanterns that are very bright. They're shining 60 feet bright light and 30 feet dim, um, set on either wagon next to the entrance. And so as you come in, you see on the other side there is another scout similarly dressed, but it's female this time. And then as you guys are making your way in, you see 3 others that were following you step into the light. And then
They were well aware of our presence.
as you come in, they sort of fade back away, and the one who was talking to you is still with you and still leading you. The other 4 leave.
These people are
Okay.
well prepared. They knew what was going on way before we even got there.
Except that
Maybe.
we wandered successfully through with an invisible person. As far as we know, they didn't know
They
about.
knew somebody was there, though, and they probably saw us in the for that too. If they have
I mean-
Raven folk, right?
Maybe.
Might have been tricks that they saw.
All right, so he leads you up to one of the circles, and stepping out, turning,
Excuse
facing
me.
you
Goodness.
on the other side of the fire, of this large fire. You can smell different things are cooking and different um, meals have been prepared, pots and pans scattered, being used and things like that. Um, you see hold on just a second. Images. Really? So as you walk up, you see this man with a cane, a little portly. Looks like he's wearing armor, but as you get closer, you realize it's not really armor. It's just cloth that's been fashioned and made to look like armor.
Okay. It's decorative. Am I familiar with any of the
Probably more
symbols?
comfortable.
Any of the symbols on his armor?
Give me a history check in the tower.
Anybody? Is this for anybody?
It's for scrambles. He was asking about the
Okay.
pageantry.
Okay. Support him. I'm a history buff. That's why I'm asking.
You can do roll 1 as well. Yes.
Okay,
I think I
will do
rolled in
that
the
then.
tower. Did it register my roll or no?
No.
Okay, let me grab it again.
Do you want it in the tower?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Coming in.
Because if you roll a 20 and I say no, you don't know, then that means you know it's not there.
Yes.
If you roll a 2
I
and I say you
don't
don't know,
pretend to
then
know
you
your
know.
logic, sir.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you both rolled the exact same roll.
Nice.
Or I should
You
say,
got
both got the same total.
Well, that
Yeah,
means his
'cause,
roll sucked because my
And
yes,
history is
exactly.
0. My history is 0. So
Yeah, mine's +4, so yeah.
I'm just looking at it
So-
going, oh, wonder if I know where that's from. Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
so you're not even sure if it is an actual house or symbol of some kind. It might just be
It could not
filigree,
be.
a fancy
Yeah.
thing that he's wearing. You don't looking around, you don't see you don't see that symbol anywhere else. There's not a pennant flying with it anywhere. It's not painted.
Yeah.
Now that you guys can see the sides of the wagons, you don't see any of those that's anywhere else. So It looks like a swish. Whoosh.
Okay.
No.
Whoosh.
So as you guys step forward and the scout comes forward, you see the scout does some things, symbols with his sign language, and he's the gentleman steps forward with a smile. He's using his walking stick. Says, "Well, aren't you a sight to behold? I've never
It's a
seen
deep
Well-
the likes
subject.
of you."
Well, we're passing through and didn't want to scare anybody or cause alarm. Plus, we've got some meat to trade if you guys are hungry or interested in trading out some meat. We're just passing on through towards Vandalin.
I have not seen the likes of you traveling together.
Called Motley Crew.
Come, let us come speak to Evelyn first regarding the trades, and then you must tell me your tale of how you all came to be together and came to travel together. And attractive merchant noble woman comes walking over. Um, and what is it that you're looking to trade for?
Good question.
What you got?
That's a good question.
Do we have any? Excuse me. We have meat and stuff like that. I would like nice bedding. I kind of have some like beginner bedding. Is what I'm with right now, but I don't know how much meat goes for normally. So
Beginner betting. Is that what you just said?
yeah, I have like normal ass explorer boring bedroll.
Oh, I see.
Is there anything nicer than that? I'm sure there is. I'm sure not everybody is sleeping on a leather flap.
There's a magical tent that you can, little pup tent type thing you can always be warm and cozy inside of.
Sure.
Somewhere.
I'm not
That's-
sure they'll happen to have that here, though.
Correct.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But as far as things
But
that I'd like,
they got a lot of magical shit happening now.
anything that I think is reasonable, I don't know. I don't know how much meat goes for. So I think he said each boar would be worth like 5 gold. We butchered them out. So we have 3 of them. We have 15 gold to play with for our group.
Perhaps.
I think that's right. I don't know if my assessment is
That's
correct.
that's a lot of money, technically.
Plus, I have a deer
All right, so you're looking for
that
I
hasn't
said
been
it,
messed
Del.
with yet.
bedding. Are you
Dear.
talking about
Sure.
travel
Is it a
Know it,
female
dear.
deal?
or beds or
Female
your
deer?
manor or what?
Don't-
So are you guys looking for like travel bedding or looking for um, bedding for your manor, or what are you looking for when you say bedding?
Travel bedding. Stuff that we can take with us.
A very comfy
Quality.
sleeping bag.
Well, let me rephrase. We spend quite a bit of time on the road, so anything that would make our travels more comfortable. Don't get me wrong, I love sleeping on the dirt as much as anyone else. But I can see from your guys' wagons and things like that, you're doing it better than us. So any kind of thing you would recommend that might make it a little bit easier for us out here on the roads.
All right, so they're able to provide you with um, their version of a bedroll in that it is leather on one side, and then there are basically quilts, like a quilt that's attached to the other side of it, and it will roll up as well and unroll, so it's similar to a
Nice.
yoga mat, but with like quilt on one side, so it's thicker. Um, and you could put your bedroll on top of it if you wanted to protect the quilting a little bit, or just sleep right on the fabric or the quilts. She said it's stuffed with rags, other fabric inside it.
I really don't know anything about this stuff, so I'm gonna communicate to Trix. Say, hey, Trix, will you ask Cree if he knows how much this stuff is? The actual physical, tangible parts of this stuff would go for? 'Cause I have no idea. I think he might know better than me because he's a blacksmith.
So whoever wants to can give me an insight check.
I don't know how much that stuff
In
is
the
worth.
again in the tower, or
Yes, please, in the tower.
okay. Well, Jackson rocks at this, so
I mean, might as well.
Jackson rocks. That's
Yeah,
Jackson.
Jackson was an understudy, so he sold things. I just don't sell things, so it's not really my area of expertise. Appraising things.
So you all know that the bedrolls you bought that you have right now, if you have bedrolls,
Decent.
typically average about a gold, and those are
Okay.
pretty
Not too
much
bad. Too shabby.
just leather with, and then they have a little band of thickness, a little 2-inch lump along the one edge that you can use as a headrest type thing. And those cost about a gold. They also have tents, so if you wanted to purchase a tent, you could.
And
What do we have in
It's
terms
a
of that?
simple canvas portable shelter, sleeps 2. In your case, Scrambles, it
one.
would sleep 1, and Tricks.
Yeah.
Toggin has to get
Any of
two,
us.
so line them up one after the other.
Exactly.
I'm not interested in any tents, but
I think we're
I am
okay as far
interested in
as
the bedrolls.
yeah.
Toggin and Jackson, as far as you can tell, they look. Um, she looks to be honest and just looking to. She takes a look at the meat. She pierces it a couple times, does a little cut on a couple spots, smells it, and looks at different portions of it to test it. She seems pretty satisfied that what you're telling is the truth. Um, and when she asks what you want to bed, she thinks for a moment, and when she responds, it looks like she's being honest.
Yeah. So let's do it.
Cool.
So they also have blankets.
I have a bedroll, so that's bedroll.
I have a blanket. I would love a bedroll.
They have regular blankets and winter blankets.
Okay. So
We
I'm
might
gonna
we
ask.
might want some winter blankets because if we're going to going up to the mountains to snail the dragon, we're going to need some more heavy duty stuff.
Definitely.
So
So
maybe
I'll
we
ask.
should get one tent for supplies or
Yeah,
something.
I think Toggin is. I think Toggin likes the idea of having a tent. So,
Right.
like,
Let's do it.
if we do
So
get a tent, he will carry it. Like,
as far as the meat goes,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure of the value assessment, but I'll kind of lean over to Cree and say, hey, if I offer her the meat for a bread roll for each of us, is that fair? Or does that seem one-sided on either way? And just kind of see what he says. Because I have no problem negotiating. I just don't know what
Well,
I don't know the value of the things I'm negotiating for. I don't know what I have versus what
well,
they're offering.
you always want to barter a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I just need to know what
So
I have and what they
Jackson's
have.
going to do it.
Okay.
So, how many bedrolls do you want, and how many fancy bedrolls do you want?
So the fancy bedroll, Jackson, Scrambles, Owlbear Boy, Taugen. We need 4. We need 4 fancy ones, and then we're about to get rid of Cree and Tricks anyway, so we don't really need them. So we just need 4 then. I think that's right if I counted correctly.
Do I remember somebody saying that they needed a normal bedroll too?
We have normal bedrolls.
I don't.
What do you need? A normal bedroll and a fancy bedroll?
No, just need one.
Exactly.
But the fancy is fine. I don't need an extra one. I would not mind a winter blanket too. So
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I think we need some. If we can get some blankets, we should do that too.
I just need to know how much stuff costs before we start
Yeah,
bargaining for
that's-
things. Because I'm not going to be like, oh, I want you to give me a Mercedes and I'll give you this Hot Wheel. So I just need to
Well,
There
determine.
you go.
but that depends upon what year that Hot Wheel was made and its condition, because there are some
That's fair,
Hot
that's
Wheels.
fair.
Not
So you
worth as
know the
much
Better.
as it was
bedrolls that you have cost are average about 1 gold.
1 gold. Okay. And so you said the meat back, if I believe correctly, you said the boars were worth about 5 gold each for the meat. Is that correct? Or was I
Yes, you could
misremembering?
plausibly sell them for the average of 5
Potentially.
gold each. Yes.
Okay. And I have no idea how much a deer is worth, but I'm going to value it at 3 gold because that's what Scrabbles thinks it's worth. So that's what?
Are we,
15
we're
and 3
keeping
is
some of the meat for ourselves.
18. Yeah, if we want to. I don't.
I mean,
Sure.
whatever we don't trade, we can use. Like,
So then,
depending on how much we get, like if we use less than the 18 value
Well,
for
we're
something,
gonna want
whatever
we're gonna
is
want
left,
like
we'll still
jerky
have.
and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe we should be fine with.
So you guys are talking about 4 bedrolls,
yep.
fancy bedrolls. Do any of you who are purchasing a fancy bedroll already have a bedroll?
Tuggin
Me.
does.
I do not.
Jackson does.
All right, so you're turning in 2 normal bedrolls and the meat, and you want to get 4 fancy bedrolls, a tent, 1 winter blanket, any other winter or regular blankets?
Yes. Yes.
How much
one
does a
more
winter
winter
blanket
blanket.
go for? It's a better question.
It doesn't matter. We need them.
I
We're
don't know. Are
bartering.
we going up into the mountains or?
Yes, I just said
Yes, we're
that.
going after. We're in theory we are going up to where that dragon, or where the barrow
Icefire
is.
Peak.
Which
And it
Icefire
snows there.
Peak. Right
Okay.
there.
We're going somewhere where it snows.
1,
yes,
2, 3, 4, 5.
I
potentially.
want a winter blanket then. If we're going up into the
Winter.
wintry areas, I think everybody should have a tent and a
Blankets.
blanket. Because if not, you're gonna get snow on your face, and if you don't have a blanket, you're gonna freeze.
Tent.
So unless we can find a way to make a big giant tent
For
that can fit all of
fancy
us, which I don't think is gonna be possible. I think we're each gonna need a tent and we're each gonna need a
Plus, it's gonna be
blanket.
hard to travel.
Because we're all big boys.
Yes.
So we need like an 8-man tent instead of a 4, but it's still not
we need a
huge.
fucking circus tent. Like,
No, I've been camping with pretty large tents, and they're not nearly as difficult as it seems.
No. I have awesome tents.
4 tents, 4 fancy bedrolls.
So
so
I mean,
do
do they have a
like,
tent
a
big enough
large
for the 4 of
tent?
us? I'll
But,
ask her.
if you have a second tent for all your supplies, it's much easier because then all you're doing is just sleeping at night in one spot. It's not that big a deal.
Sure.
So you have one for your, a smaller tent for supplies and one for you. 4 people is not bad when there's nothing else in the tent.
So I'll
But yeah,
ask.
that'd be good. Ask.
I'll ask. These blankets, these bedrolls look excellent. Do you have any large tents that might be able to fit us, or 4 or 5 people at once?
Our size 4 or 5 people, which is a little
Exactly.
bigger than normal.
So she does have a tent that is normally about 2.5 times the normal size, so it would fit 5 or 6 people. So it would plausibly fit the 4 of you. It is very heavy. A regular tent, let's see. So let's check and see. Item tent.
If there's anybody in this group right now that couldn't carry an extra 300 pounds and not have it even do a slightest bit of slowing down.
300 is a lot, though. We're carrying a lot of stuff. I'm carrying blacksmith shit.
What's your
So
current weight limit?
I'm currently at 136, and I can carry a 270.
Oh, you
we're
can only carry 270. Wow.
Where's that at?
Bottom of inventory.
Inventory.
yeah.
Yeah. Inventory.
Yeah, I've got blacksmithing tools, so it's taking up a lot of my weight.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize your strength was that low with that character.
50 foot. I have 50 feet of rope. Yeah, I've got.
Yeah, man, I've got more weight. I'm carrying more weight than you are, right, without any blacksmith tools. But my max is 480 before I have to slow down at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
her max is
considering
probably Toggins max. I can't even imagine right now.
yeah, considering we are offloading a bunch of meat, Toggin will have carrying capacity, so he'll probably still carry the tent.
All right, so this is what you're bargaining for?
4 winter blankets,
Fancy
4 large
bedrolls.
tents, 4 fancy bedrolls. I think that sounds fair. Unless we can get a big tent.
That is a big tent.
That is the large tent, yeah.
Oh, that is large
Yeah.
tent. I'm sorry. I read 4-4 and my dyslexia filled in 4 in the middle, so we're good.
Cool.
I auto-read it. Yeah, no, that's definitely what we would like. And what skill are you going to be using to negotiate for that stuff, Jackson?
I have sleight of hand.
That's not a skill.
That's stealing.
It is a skill.
That's for stealing.
Sleight of hand is not under the skills page.
Can try. Toggin
I
can
have.
try talking to them.
Is it? Which one of them is it? It's not perception.
Anything that says
Perception's
Basically
high.
charisma based.
Persuasion or intimidation, basically.
That's the thing is I don't really want to use
rethink this
intimidation.
because none of my things are
I mean,
based.
Toggin can also try doing that stuff.
So you can also use deception, but intimidation doesn't mean. I mean, it can mean picking them up by the scruff of the neck and slamming them against the wall and say, "Give me your crap." It could also be, we're all about to die. This dragon is killing the world, and if we don't have this stuff to save you, then we're all going to die. That type of intimidation as well. So
I would put that more under persuasion, though. When I think of the word intimidation, there's a fear factor to it, and I guess if you want
to, dragon is going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but that's the dragon's intimidation, not mine. But even then, my intimidation's pretty damn good. I just don't know about.
So deception, persuasion, intimidation are the 3 typical that I would accept.
Perfect.
So who's doing it, and what do you want to do?
I have none of those, so somebody else has to do this.
How high is your intimidation?
My intimidation is +2.
My persuasion is 4. So
maybe Toggin should do it then.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about Toggin, so I've
just
been 5
Toggin's
hours.
Persuasion higher than a 4.
He's got a +5. His spellcasting is charisma based.
Yeah, so's mine. Perfect.
Well,
I can assist.
Either one of them start talking before I do, I'm fine with that.
I will do an assist.
Go with advantage. Go ahead and roll it again. And that wouldn't need to be in a tower, but okay.
Well, I was just doing a persuasion for her.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just dragged a flat d20. I don't know why I did that. That would be an 18. He has a +5.
+5, 18, okay.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That was
4 winter blankets is
instinctively.
2.
It was just, I
12.
have to click the advantage, and there's a d20 right there.
Don't want this.
Okay.
8.
Oops,
20.
not that one.
20. All right, so they are. 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 They are Scrambles and Jackson. Give me this. AC is 11.
It's better.
Look at my brain.
Ow.
All right, so
Oh,
Jackson,
that's slow. Holy crap.
doing a mental math, you think what you're asking for would be normally, you're assuming you're not sure how much the large tent would cost, but
Worst quality.
the winter blankets and the fancy, and again, you don't know how much fancy bedrolls would cost, but the winter blankets would normally be 2 gold. Normal bedrolls would be 1 gold each, so 4 more gold. So, and then you're not sure what the large tent, but you think what you're asking for would probably go for about 20 gold. And she says they will accept 2 of the boars and the deer in return
That's awesome.
That's reasonable.
for 4 winter
Damn.
blankets, a large tent, and 4 fancy bedrolls.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
And Jackson can also assess the quality of the bedrolls and stuff like that as well. So he's used to quality.
I'm not sure Tyan is aware of how good of a deal this is. He's like, yeah, we just got all this stuff for these boars. That's cool.
Yeah. We get to keep a boar too. We still have a boar still, so of the 3 boars, we only covered 2. That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. And then
All right, so this
I
one
don't-
particular time, I'll let you guys go ahead and drag them from the party sheet. So figure out who's going to carry the tent,
It's not working.
And Tuggan will carry the tent.
and then just open up your character sheet to your inventory page, and then just drag the shield over. It will only grab 1, so you don't have to worry about getting too much.
Where was the party sheet again? So never mind, I got it.
And then
And
delete.
were we trading in the bedrolls, right?
Yes, anybody who has a bedroll, just delete it.
I wanted to keep my bedroll though, as well.
Your regular one? You're carrying 2 bedrolls.
Yes, they don't weigh that much,
Okay.
and they're good for other possible if we got to cut something up or we got to protect something else or
Go
have
ahead,
another
Targan.
person party that
All
needs
right, so
something.
just
We
waiting on
have something.
Scrambles and Jackson. Grab your stuff.
All right. So I'm just grabbing one of these things.
Okay.
From
so
where?
Party
Should I
sheet.
grab one of these things?
Do you all
Mm,
sit down and tell stories and such?
Yeah. Let's go talk to this guy because he
Does
was
that
nice.
work?
Yeah, give him our history.
Yep.
Yes, Jackson, that worked.
Fancy bedrolls. Okay, fancy bedroll as well. Okay.
And I don't think we should tell them everything about what's going on.
No.
You guys haven't even told Tuggan everything about what's going on.
Exactly.
Well, you just got here.
Why is that exactly that we haven't told Toggen anything?
Because
It's
we
all
don't
your
know these
stuff.
people. We've only known them for 2
That's fair.
hours.
No,
So-
I mean Toggen.
You've
Because we've
known
only
him for
known
like,
him for like 3 hours.
less than
A
a day.
day.
Like,
Yeah, but I'd also gone into combat with him and decided he's going to join us.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're really trusting.
I'm a cleric. Of course,
And we don't even trust you.
I mean, like, he's not pressuring you to tell him everything. He's like, more like, whenever
He's-
you
he's
speak,
kind of-
he is willing to listen, sort of thing.
So Cree recounts a tale of before Jackson was born, and how he met his parents. What is a tale that Godin shares?
Just
Using
growing
mine
up in
as
the-
an example, just a quick. I don't want to hear the tale, just what the tale is about.
It's about how I grew up in the temple because I was orphaned, so I grew up in an elven temple, learning to become a cleric of Sylvanus.
All right, and what does Toggin share?
I think Toggin shares the story of I guess like his first hunt, like how that went.
Okay. So the witches also
I
participate
don't
in
know.
that type of thing, from his
I
clan.
mean, I'm assuming because he's very good at uh, outdoorsy stuff, like it's probably something that he grew up with, and it's probably like a rite of passage of yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's something that would be like a cultural thing of
Cool.
now. Yeah.
All right. Scrambles.
Rambles is going to be one of the more long-winded people. I'm actually going to take out my big giant metal star thing and set it on fire and tell the tale of when I fought the Manicore for true love and conquered it. And I'll do my actual performance with my giant fiery thing. So I have a big metal ball of fire that's on this long chain, and I swing it around. I wrap around and dance with it, and throw it up into the air while it's on fire, and tell the tale of when I fought the Manicore for true love, and I conquered it. I don't mention anybody else, especially not Jackson.
As he's
All
telling
right.
that, Toggen's just like glancing at everybody else to see like their faces if he's like telling the truth or not.
And Jackson, what tale do you tell?
I'm going to briefly say that I studied blacksmithing with the dwarves, and then I'll tell a little tale of the orcs that we conquered out at the farm, Butterskull Farm,
Oh, Ranch, yeah.
Butterskull
Okay.
Ranch. There we
Awesome.
go.
All right. So, um, especially the performance um, gathers a large crowd, um, and they do share some of the food with you. They have all different types of food, including baked goods as well.
Oh, nice. I love baked goods.
Sweet. Do they have anything else worth to trade, or are they just kind of traveling group? We didn't really get their story.
They are merchants, yes. So
Oh, okay.
they do have a lot of things
Hmm.
to trade. And after talking to you all, they had not planned on going to Phandalin, but after talking with you all a little bit, they plan on detouring for a moment next day, and instead of going along the Tribord Trail toward Connerberry, they will head down to Phandalin and see uh, if anybody wants anything while they're there.
Oh,
Cool.
cool. Oh,
Great.
we should
I'm
see
sure
if
Look
that
at
we.
us helping the local economy.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Who's our main dude?
I
That's
don't
Like
that's
our
a,
know,
mayor?
it's a
Gilbert or
part of
something.
my ideal anyway. Is that
Gideon.
an aspect of charity? So it's part of my clerical
In the morning when we wake up,
duties.
we should see if we can pawn off Trey and Tricks and Cree with them.
Ooh,
Them go back. That way we don't have to drive all the way back to Phandalin for no reason. That's just my thought. These guys seem pretty trustworthy if they don't kill us in the night.
I mean, it's fair.
sounds good. Woohoo!
You see them putting tape measures up against your horns.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If we're not actually going to Fenelon, then I would like to maybe peruse some of the wares.
I mean,
We are going to Finland, I thought.
if we need to go to Phandalin, we need to go to Phandalin. I just don't know.
I don't need to, I don't think, but it would be
Okay,
nice to have. I mean, I've got enough. You know, if we're doing it here anyway, we've got some stuff we could sell.
Yeah.
Just straight up sell. If they're actually merchants, we've got a bunch of crap, that we've gathered. It might be good to sell what we can here,
Yeah.
divvy out, and I could get a couple of potions of healing, which would be nice because I've got nothing besides my actual spells right now.
So go ahead and throw whatever you want to sell in the party sheet. You do know that you all have a potion maker in Vandalin
Mhm.
at your manor, and so you could get very
Ooh,
inexpensive. Last time you were there, she just gave you some potions he had made. Um, or
It'll be cheaper.
you can stay here and do what Godin was mentioning. So whatever you guys want to do, or do both.
Exactly.
I have a bunch of crap I want to sell them. Where's the party sheet at? Is it going to separate the crap I give them from the crap he gives them or not?
No, they'll put them
It's
all
all
together,
group.
and then if you want to do them one at a time, you can. But pretty much these are mostly things that you found as a party anyway. So
No, I have
you just sell
19
them.
torches that I bought. I don't need 19 torches. I have 5 water skins. I don't think I need 5 water skins.
And by the way,
At
so if
one
you're
point, I
pulling
bought
multiple
5.
things over, hold shift.
Speaking of which, yeah, grab
Hold
hold
shift,
shift till too late now.
and when you're
But thank you.
doing the shield, and it'll do it all at once.
At one point, I bought 11 oil flasks and 2 oil tankers. Why? I don't remember why, but I bought them all.
Because we
Stupid
were fighting.
Spartans.
We needed them.
You were going
We had a
to be
good solid
the
plan.
Yeah, I did.
have grenades. That was your whole point. Was to
Yeah,
have
Yes.
flasks
I
of
still do have
oil.
grenades. I just
Throw
don't think I
them.
need them.
See, you throw the flask of oil, then you
Yeah,
throw the
and then throw the
torch.
lantern. Yeah,
Throw
with
the
the torch.
torch. That's why you had
So
19 torches
Yes.
and a
stupid
bunch of
idea.
Exactly.
It
flasks.
worked. I mean,
Yep. Is correct.
so yeah.
I have an alms box. I should go around passing the alms box too up here. The next time I stop
So
by a
you do have
orphanage.
the ravens and the scouts do come to you and ask for your blessings.
I give
Do
very
they
readily.
need any smithing done?
And you will get 10 silver for that service as
Ooh,
you bless the various people. Most, like I said, mostly the scouts and raven folk.
All right. Whenever he's done, I have the crap I'm ready to throw at it too.
There
yeah,
are
I don't
some
have
things
much,
that you
but
can
there's just a
do.
bunch of stuff at the bottom in the party inventory. There's just a ton of stuff there.
Jackson,
Oh
there's
yeah, I
always
see some of
things
it.
that you can do to
Oh, never mind.
sharpening different, whether it's sharpening weapons, sharpening tools that they have, repairing snapped bridles and bits, and
So that's something that I
horseshoes,
will do.
horses that can be shoe, stuff like that. They have a um, person who acts as their blacksmith, but he does not have the training that you do.
Okay. So I will hang with him a little bit and help out.
All right, and so they will give you 1 gold for your work. It's about an hour. Typically, 1 gold is worth a day's work, so it's very generous of them.
Well, I'm awesome too. So
I mean, so far they've been very generous. So
high level.
See.
Yes.
All right, anything else that people want to sell?
Yes, but I want my money on my own, so let me know. I don't want it to become party money because I spent my own money on it.
I think you still owe me money that you borrowed. So
All right, are
What
we
money?
using the same roll from before, or are we doing a different roll
What do you mean? To get the stuff?
for the stuff that's in there now, right now? Beaver pelts, blankets, the candles, and the shield. I need a charisma roll from somebody,
So I'm the only one that
here's
put
my roll.
anything in there.
and they can do it with advantage.
Nobody else is selling anything.
I'm going to sell something, but I don't want to split my money with you.
okay, do you guys want Toggin to
Wow.
do the roll?
Just do it with advantage.
Sure. Yes, please.
I'm getting shit
Nice.
rolls today. That's fine.
16. 10's average, so 16's good.
I mean, that's fair.
And plus you have the goodwill of us doing our things and
So that's
Jackson helping out. So
Cool. You said you hit shift and it drags more than one thing.
3 and 13. All right, so just go ahead and add 13 gold. Got in.
When I'm moving things from my inventory into that party sheet, how do I grab more than one thing?
Can't grab more than one thing. But we can grab.
You can
So
grab
what I
all of
mean
them
is,
or one of
you
them.
can grab 10 oils by holding shift and dragging the oil over, but you can't grab an oil and a torch at the same time.
So my question is, if I have the word beaver pelt grabbed in my hand and it says
Mhm.
beaver pelt in bold, when I go to drag it over onto the party sheet that I have open, nothing happens.
Click on drag the shield.
And if you have
Oh, the
more than
shield. Thank you.
Yeah.
That
and if
makes
you have
sense.
more than one beaver pelt, hold the shift when you click
And grab the shield.
and hold them both until you let go.
It takes all of it that's there.
Yep,
Perfect.
like
That's
you
what I
just
wanted
did.
to do.
You just did 6 at once.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need. Where did that go? Is there a way to grab 5 of a thing instead of all of the inventory of a thing?
No, you can.
All right. Then
But
I
if
will
you
grab.
drag one, I will change the number in the party sheet, and you can just change the number on your sheet.
I would like that to be 5 pythons because I have 10.
Okay, you need to place them. If you're climbing up a cliff, you place them about every 6 to 7 feet apart. So right now you can only go 30 feet. With 10, you can go 50 to 60 feet.
30 feet's good enough. I'm just carrying a bunch of shit that I've never used. I bought all the stuff that I'm not using.
All right.
We're
Next
going on to.
week, you'll have Python necessities
Sure.
galore.
Hopefully
Oh,
everybody
for
else
sure,
has
he's
5.
gonna make us
Yeah.
climb
So
so much
everybody else,
Yeah,
shit.
everybody else buy 5 pythons. What do I gotta be
that's
the only one
fine.
with
Let's do that.
12 pythons?
I
I
have 10. I have 10. So
want that spear number to be instead of 1, make it 8 because I only need 4 spears.
That's a lot of spears.
I have 12 spears. That's why. It's insane,
before it.
Can we start calling you Brittany?
right? I also have 19 torches. I would like to have 5. Like it's just why do I need 19 torches for my grenades? That's
Because you
why.
can't see in the
Because I was gonna
dark.
make grenades. Well, I have a lantern too, so
Oh, okay.
can I make that 15 torches? Because I only want to carry 5 torches. And then I have that stupid red cloak that I got from the dead guy. Oh, I have a beetle if they want that too. Try and sell them the beetle the size
Hang
of
on
my
to the beetle. Hang on to the beetle.
hand. For what?
It's possibly a magic item, or can be
You're right.
used for
You're right.
spells.
I did just get rid of a billion things,
If
so I
it's
feel
a a scarab that weighs nothing.
yeah. I have a dead scarab the size of my hand.
There you go. Perfect.
Anyway, so those are the things I would like to sell, and I can give you a roll when you're ready.
I'm ready. Do it with
Cool.
advantage.
Awesome. Do you want it in the tower or on the table?
Nope, just straight out.
Where is my action skills?
And is anybody else doing anything else that night as you guys bed down inside this wagon circle? Do any of you offer to stand watch or anything?
I actually trust these people, but
Where's the most,
if anybody
I
suggests that we,
Jackson will hang out. He'll help out.
where's my intimidation? There it is.
like, Toggin is not going to take the
Ooh,
initiative, but
nat
if somebody
20.
asks him to, he will take a watch.
You throw it out there. I get a nat 20. I get whatever I ask for. I want their firstborn
I don't-
children.
Pog.
I don't think Toga should have to do that. Personally,
Stomach.
I have boots of elven kind. Am I wearing my boots of elven kind? I
I have
assume.
no idea.
Are they carried? Are they carried? They're carried.
All right, so add 13 gold to yourself.
That's how much they gave me.
You got
Didn't they
29
give?
copper and 13 gold.
Didn't they give everybody else 13 gold?
The stuff that the one person before you sold was 5
Yeah.
copper, 3 silver, and 13 gold.
Yeah, but I sold way more crap than him, and I got less. I'm confused on how
Because
that
your
went
torches
down.
are 1 copper each.
Okay. I'm just curious because I sold 6 beaver pelts for 6 beaver pelts is straight across the board, and
His
then he
blankets, his
sold
shield. It tells
the
you. You
shield.
can see right there in the party sheet how much each thing is worth.
Oh, it tells you. Okay, cool.
I mean in chat. I mean, so if we scroll up a little bit, you'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
So each candle is 5 copper. Each torch is 1.
Okay. Torch 11 copper. 18. My nat 20 just gets me basic value for that crap. Okay. That's
You got
fine.
74%. He got 60%.
Yeah, that's
Meh.
pretty
You
high.
normally get 50%.
Right.
Okay. I'll
Exactly.
take it. I'm just gonna bitch about it. It's a nat 20. I get to bitch about it. I should be getting everything they own. Anyway.
You're like intimidation. Give me everything you have.
Yeah. You have 6 beaver pelts and 5 candles. I have a billion torches. I want everything you own. Anyway, moving forward.
I mean, the dragon's gonna come and destroy it all anyway. Just give it
I
to
think
me
that
for safekeeping.
outside of the game, I think they're just gonna kill us in our sleep. But Scrambles would trust these people at this point. They've given us no reason to not trust them. But hopefully
Yeah,
they're gonna
Duggan feels about the same.
All right, so go ahead and remove aid. Godden, or anybody who has aid on them, go ahead and remove it. Anybody else who has ongoing things that shouldn't be there, make sure
Is there a way
you
to tell where your aid is at? Is that under the main page
aided
or
by healer's kit can also go away.
Talking about effects in the combat tracker.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that can go off. Okay, that can go off. Yep. All right.
As you guys do successfully get a long rest, and you do wake up in the morning, and as you wake up, there are more kids running around who are very interested and curious, and have differing. Some of them are scared. Some of them are very bold and walk up and pull on your horns and do stuff. Others are scared of you. But you see, there's a lot more kids than there were last night when you guys showed up, running around at least.
Cool.
I don't seem
we
to
came
have it.
after their bedtime.
Yes. So I thought there might be women and children in the tents. I mean the wagons.
That's pretty
Jackson needs to
intense.
put on these elven kind boots. It's going to change his stats a little bit.
No, it just gives you advantage on. So I'll find it for you and put it in
Dexterity
your
stealth
sheet.
checks.
Kree also has crap. So
Yes.
did you want to rape him of all of his gear first before he leaves?
I assume that we would.
You don't need all that shit in the city. Come on, give it to me.
Yeah, that seems so sad.
Well, he's not position obsessed. So
Hey, you can do whatever you want. He's your minion to run. So if you think that you want to rape
all
him
right,
for
he
fun,
has an amulet of a platinum amulet. He's got his battle axe magical. He's got 2 garnets. He's
Dang,
got
man.
a gauntlet of ogre power.
Good grief.
He's got one healing potion of greater. One healing potion of greater.
And you
6 beaver pelts. Sorry, he has
didn't
2
want to sell that earlier?
and 1 potion. No, 1 potion of growth. He has 2 scrolls, the identity and the good berry, and he has a steel coffer. Whatever the fuck that is.
Scrambles has a partially exposed brain, and that's it. He's got his
Tricks,
head.
you mean?
Yeah, Trix has a partially exposed brain, and that is all. He has literally nothing in his inventory.
Yeah, you sell all that crap and be rich. While you're waiting for, since we're getting rid of them anyway.
Finn, do you have a quick way of disseminating his stuff?
Throw it in a party sheet and you guys grab whatever you want.
Jackson's still not showing his great axe as being magic, but it is. So I don't understand.
It's not.
It says
Jackson has never
Focus
had
on, yeah.
it says
magic axe.
great axe magical. Damn it! It says magical. Damn it! Right there.
You just typed it there.
It's been there all along.
Yeah, because you typed
All
it.
right.
You
like the
typed
third
it.
Session.
It's magical, damn it. But it never was.
All right. Well, he's taken his great axe of magicalness then. Give him back his regular one then.
The battle
All right,
axe.
fine.
Cool.
I'll try this. Okay, party sheet. I'm gonna try this. Here we go.
God, this
Dragon and
stuff.
crap load of stuff. Here we go. Where are we?
Mm, I think Godden was worried about potions of healing, so why don't you take that one too, Godden? That way we can sidetrack going back to
I'm
town.
just gonna throw some shit in there. Well, it's disappearing as I speak, though. Are you removing the shit, dude? I'm
You
assuming.
just asked me to.
Not yet.
Yes.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, good. Thank you. Steel coffer, 6 beaver pelts. Again, we probably
I would
want
love
those.
to have that Gaunts of Ogre power. I've got my strength is minimal.
Yeah.
But if someone else,
Yeah, like 2 garnets.
dang it, inventory.
Six beaver
There we
pelts.
go.
I think that's a thing. What is it? What is this steel coffer? Is it like a small box of steel?
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's
Yes.
expensive. That's going with Jackson.
Small metal box.
Yep, Jackson's taking that bad boy. Metal, metal, metal. We love the metal. All right, so I'm taking this thing. Let's go. Inventory. There we go. It's coming. Battle axe is coming. Did it work? Is it working? Most of this stuff is for him anyway. Beaver pelts. I have 6 beaver pelts, not 1.
All right, is Toggin
Somebody 6 of those.
taking anything?
Maybe not. Is that working?
I
There's 6 beaver pelts, so if anybody cares. Scroll of Bigberry identity.
don't think he really. I don't think he can cast those.
Growth. I'm taking the growth.
Maybe, yeah, the growth is probably the most useful for somebody. But I don't think he's really particularly interested in anything.
Okay. Identity.
Jackson's raping everything, so never mind.
Yes, yes, I am actually. Most things.
Nope. He can totally have.
But there's supposed to be 6 beaver pelts here. Scroll of identity can go to somebody who can utilize it. Probably Godden. Scroll of
No,
identity.
yeah. Identify can go to somebody else.
I have magical identification, but that's it. And then there should be 6 beaver pelts, not just 1. Fine, I'll take the identity too. I'll just take everything. There you go.
You can't use
Just
the
rob him.
scroll. And
Scroll
you
of
can't
what?
use the amulet either.
Right, but the amulet is a piece of metal, isn't it?
The amulet is a
Metal.
magical amulet. Is it?
Yeah, I have 3 of them.
But
It's the platinum amulet I'm keeping. The clockwork I'm keeping one of those. Somebody else can have the other clockwork.
I can only use one at a time, so
No, Jer. You can only use one other things at a time too. Pythons, topsing, potions. Okay, so I have growth. Disability. The immovable rod. Da, 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 da. Okay. Well, I'm just carrying them, hanging out. If anybody needs the stuff, let me know.
Negative.
So what are the other?
Scroll.
You've
The
got.
beaver pelts.
You said you had 3 amulets. What are the other 2?
The amulets I have are. I have 2 amulets of clockwork, which where is it?
What do those do? I've never heard of that.
Oh, clockwork amulets.
Let me see.
If that's what I think it is, I think you
Yes.
can forego rolling for an attack roll and just get a flat 10 and whatever your bonus is.
Yes, I have 2 of those.
Oh.
And then I have the amulet, platinum amulet, which is just as far as that says. It just says a holy symbol representation of God or pantheon. Yes.
Is any time
what it
you
is.
can use a d20. You
Oh,
can forgo
the
rolling
amulet.
and make a
Oh.
Platinum
have
amulet
a
is
straight
a
10.
amulet of the bear for the hammer and anvil. So it's my
Why he had
thing.
it.
So, yep. So you want one of the clockworks?
Not really.
Okay,
Negative.
fine. Fine. There you go. Change that to a 2. Change that to a 1. This is fine. How do you get rid of things? Just put the 0 in there and it goes away?
On your inventory?
At the bottom right,
it-
there's a like a
Like a minus-
slash through a circle. Click
Edit
that
symbol.
to edit list, and then at the
cool.
right of a thing, you can hit the
Sweet.
red button.
Perfect. And then text somewhere else and it should go away.
All right, so you
can
guys
also
keep back to
right-click on
Fandolin
delete
or
already.
not? You guys have
Did
gone
not
back
work.
and forth a couple times.
I guess we decided no.
I just
Because-
don't know what we need there. I feel like it's going to be bountiless roleplay.
The only really useful thing would be more potions. But
You
I
said
can
that
buy
many times.
I can buy one here, I guess.
The potions that you need are other than greater healing and lesser healing? Would that be
Just
correct?
want more regular healing potions. I've
I
got
will
right now.
give
I've
you
got
2.
2.
I will give you 2 more.
I have
Well,
2
the
regulars
party
and I have
needs.
2 greater.
Yeah, the party needs as much as possible.
I
Yes.
have a total of 4. I have 1 greater and excuse me, I have 2 greater and 3 regular. So I have 5. But I will give you a potion 2. I will
2 and 2.
I will easily give him 2 potions of healing, and I'll give 1 to I'll siphon out my regular potions of healing, and I will give 1 to Taugen and 2 to
All right, so
Bugbear, where I
Jackson,
can't
you
remember
have the Boots
Taugen.
of Elvenkind, which give you advantage on your stealth. You have never used them. Are you going to keep them, or are you going to give them to someone who actually tries to be stealthy?
I want to put them on. They quiet they make me quieter.
You get
stealthy.
advantage on stealth checks, which you've never rolled.
Yes.
Okay.
He wasn't wearing them on his other character. He just noticed it and it was being carried, not worn.
Yeah, why wouldn't I wear cool boots that from or Elven made? That's insane. I don't care what they
You're
do.
noisy AF, and it
Yeah.
doesn't really help you.
That's thusly.
It
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
benefit you.
My God.
That's why you need the
All
advantage.
right, whatever you want to do. Okay.
Because
They're worth a
you're not
lot
stealthy.
of money.
Right.
They're a lot of money. Thusly, you have the
Yeah.
boots. It helps a little bit.
Yeah, very little bit. Because you're going to be
Okay.
negative.
I'm wearing the boots. Okay.
So I have the same problem. I wouldn't bother because I've got a -4 to my stealth checks just because of the armor I'm wearing.
It's
a big
worth 100
disadvantage
to
of a
500
big guy.
gold pieces,
Good, sell them.
and it's a wondrous item. I'm not selling
Yes.
them. I'd rather sell them in town then, where I can get some good money for them.
All right, so you're not going.
These
back
guys
to
are giving
Phandalin,
us about
correct?
as good a deal as we've ever had. But yes, no.
Now,
But I will pick up.
If the issue
I
is
will pick
potions
up
of healing, I threw potions of healing at everybody who wanted them. So unless we need another reason to go back there, then I don't really want to go back and waste time in Phandalin.
I will pick up at least one more here if I can get one for less than right around 50 or less. That's about the going rate, isn't it? Since I have no money.
My stealth is +2. I already have some decent stealth. I'm not like I'm a klutz.
And then you're wearing, what are you wearing armor wise?
He doesn't wear armor.
You're not wearing any
minimal
armor?
Yes.
Hmm.
If I have a disadvantage if I wear armor. That's why I want the boots. They look good. When somebody really objects, I'm wearing the boots. Okay.
No, enjoy
I'm a
yourself.
good
Able
looking
to get
dude.
a potion of healing for 50 gold, yes.
All right, so I will
They're
buy
able to
one.
Sell one. They don't want to sell very many, but they were able to sell you one because they need
One is
it
good.
for-
I will gladly fund that if you'd like.
No. I'm not borrowing money.
No, I'm funding it. I'm just giving it to you. You've been helpful to the party. You helped me specifically.
You said I owe you money for something. What do I owe you money for? I don't have it in my notes
I
anywhere.
was joking.
Oh,
I
okay.
was joking, you idiot.
I was like, I didn't write it down anywhere, so what do I owe you money for? Because I would have paid you at this point.
you owe me your life, man. That's what you owe me.
After I saved you from the mana cord.
How many
so it's
times?
The other way.
Exactly.
So where do I get this potion, or do I just write it in? I mean, I don't remember where the.
Do you have one already?
No, I have greater healing that I just got from Western. I don't have anything else. I have a potion of some sort, just blank potion, a red lead liquid that shimmers, but I have no idea what it is yet.
I remember when you found that.
Probably a
Wait,
potion of healing, but I haven't tested it yet. I probably should give it to Toggin now that I know that he does that kind of thing. Find out what it is.
Scrambles, did you throw a potion at Toggin?
I don't know how to.
Put
So
it in
no,
the
I
party
did not.
sheet.
I took it
So
away
I
from my
gave you a
inventory.
potion of healing. Got it. So
Yep,
you have
thank
a
you.
potion of healing.
Yeah.
So
And then,
Toggin is
so
able to
Mike, if
identify
you want to,
potion, and it's a potion of superior healing. It's now
oh,
identified
outstanding.
in your
Which does 8d4. Damn.
Superior is a level above the greater.
Greater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang, nice.
8d4
That's
plus
nice, very
8
nice. Ah,
plus
nice.
what I.
So I don't know how to put stuff in or
Just
move it
in
to
the party
sheet.
sheet,
Yes,
just
but
click the shield and
yeah,
throw it
yeah.
over.
I deleted it already.
Oh.
I
Oops.
had 3 potions. I had 3 potions of healing. I deleted all 3 of them because I intended on giving 2 of them to Owlbear Boy. I can't remember your name for Gowden, and
Todd.
1 to Taugen. Because I know Taugen, to my
Fine.
knowledge,
Right.
doesn't have any of them. So
I
one
will
Taugen,
up
2 to
mine.
him.
I will up mine to 3, and then you just need to add 1. Toggin needs to add 1 to
Yeah,
her.
Taugen can just add 1.
Is
I don't have any, so I don't.
Oh.
I
you
don't
go.
know what they say, so I don't have one either.
There we
I'm
go.
sorry.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, I got
Yay.
rid of
You need those type of things.
to heal. Sure. I just don't want to go back to town.
All right.
We're
You
so-
also
so-
find out, as has happened in the last thing, and Toggin, do you share anything about what you are able to do? Since they have all been freaking out about healing potions and
He
stuff.
makes good berries. I saw him give me
Yeah.
one, and I ate it, and it healed me.
Good berries,
And
really
it's full of
awesome.
good berries.
He
Oh,
handed
no.
me a
Full of good berries.
magical
Not make-
berry from
It
a
was not
pouch.
good berries.
Whatever. It was a magical berry from a pouch that I ate
He-
and healed me.
Yeah. No, he can make potions. And I figure he's probably like talked to you guys about it. That like, yeah, I can make potions on the fly. I think with enough, or I should do this in a character voice. I think with enough experimentation, I can get it stable enough. With a bit more work to last longer, which is a roleplay way of saying at a higher level he can
Yeah.
make potions at rests.
Cool,
Make
cool.
healing
What about
potions
the,
at
the,
rests.
the, what about the scroll
So
of good berries? That's something you can use. The scroll
he
of good
can't
berry
cast it.
can or cannot.
Cannot.
Okay. Is this something that I can do in my
No,
He
you're a
multi-classed.
barbarian. You cannot cast at all, except for what.
so then maybe Godin should have my
crafted.
scroll, the good berry scroll,
I mean,
perhaps.
what classes can cast Goodberry? Because if we can't cast it, we might as well.
Yeah, so I was
right?
trying to look that up right now. It is a level 1 transmutation.
I can put the
Druid and
I can put
Ranger.
the thing.
Druid and Ranger.
Okay, I'm neither
Oh,
of those, but we found it. That's my point. There's the item. It's openable. Opened.
I mean,
I'll put it in the-
if nobody can cast it, we might as well sell it, right?
Yeah, it makes sense to me too, yes. Unless we have a
Okay.
druid around the corner that's going to be joining us.
It's
Negative.
its cost is 33, so we could possibly get 20 for it.
Throw it in the party gold.
Possibly. Okay.
Should just sell it and throw it in the party gold account.
Okay.
And then we should leave these people. Run away towards the centaurs.
Makes sense. We're not that far from the edge of the forest at this point. Only like
10.
an hour or something like that, max.
1, 2.
Pretty quick.
Maybe less than that. I don't remember how far. I mean, just the
11,
centaurs left us. And it seemed like we just turned around and there they were.
1, 2,
Oh, hey, there's a
We
group of
can just look back and wave at them.
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This means
need
that
a percent.
the scroll of
Jerry.
identity also by anybody.
Oh no, she
Scroll of identity.
didn't Toggin grab that, or no, or did you grab it?
No.
Oh,
No, Jackson grabbed
Scroll
everything.
of identity.
oh, okay, very
I
good.
didn't.
Jackson said he's got all this stuff. No, I'm taking it all. Everything but one beaver pelt. You get
No,
the
I
beaver.
did not.
Eh,
Oh my god! All right, here you go. There you go. Scroll of identity too.
Identify, yeah. So the identify, I think Toggin can probably use, right?
Nope.
Anybody? No, you can't use that either.
Nope, it's not on his spell list.
Is it on a cleric spell list?
Yeah, but it's a
Should be.
Give me a second. I just got to see if it's on my skull list. Yes, it is, but it's a knowledge domain. I don't have
yeah, but
knowledge domain.
it's a scroll though. It's a scroll. Shouldn't that make it a little bit
Yes.
easier?
No.
Okay, well there you go. I got
There you
Goodberry and I
can
got
use it. You can use it, but the chances are all over the place. If you have the ability to use magic, you can use a scroll generally, with some exceptions.
Okay.
And the exception is the Goodberry. I think one of them.
Okay, well they're in the party sheet.
I thought it
That's
was
where
you can use a scroll if the spell is on your class's
Yes.
spell list.
Yes.
All right, well there it is. Go for it.
But I don't. The identify is actually not in my domain, so I'm a life
Should
cleric.
sell that as well then.
I'm a life cleric, not a knowledge cleric. Since it's a domain
Right.
spell.
So, Godden, do you want to roll because
Resell it then?
you have higher classes than us? My intimidation is +2, so I think somebody
Well,
had
for
5.
isn't it the percentage, or is it? Am I doing a persuasion check?
We're trying to sell it again.
Right. So am I doing a percentage or a persuasion?
Persuasion.
Persuasion with advantage or
Yeah.
charisma skill with advantage.
Yeah, Tuggin will help you.
Excellent.
Nice.
20.
Nice.
Awesome. Sweet.
And are you guys gonna rape Trix and Cree of all their gold as well?
Yeah, we should put it in the party gold for sure.
You don't need money where you're going.
We
Trix
don't need money.
Trix
Well,
100%
Trix doesn't,
doesn't
but-
have a need for money. He's a rat. He scrounges, and he's going to go live at the manor and just eat crap that grows there. So we'll just
realistic free does. So I mean, he only has 62 gold. So
same
it's your
thing with
call.
Trix.
Only.
Well, the percentage.
I'm going to throw it into the party gold. Because don't we have like a big party pot of gold somewhere?
No,
No.
No, we don't?
everybody carries their own shit.
Everybody's carrying their own.
Okay, then never mind. Scrambles will rape.
Yeah.
So you take
Damn
care of
it.
that.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. 38.
Starts taking off his shoes. We're in trouble.
There you go. All right, so everybody has the stuff from Cree and Trix as they head out.
Cool.
So go ahead. We'll leave it for tonight. So real quick, I know we're over. You all takes you about an hour and a half to get back to the forest. And then as you come to the edge of the forest, you see the female centaur there. Your people that helped you yesterday. So as you mount up, same thing happens. He walks around as you're mounting up, casting spells. You fly through the forest, and you come upon a strange-looking hill with these rocks jutting up out of it. Everybody give me a perception check, DC 10.
Nice. Tuggan barely sees it. Nice.
Holy Jesus, man!
You got,
I'm
it?
gonna use
You
my.
got an inspiration?
I do have an
I mean,
inspiration.
I do.
yeah.
I have inspiration as well.
Might as well. It's going
So-
to be gone.
Can we?
Okay.
All right, I'll use my inspiration and re-roll. Sven, how do I do that? Just re-roll.
Yep, just reroll.
Yay.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
I mean,
So
screw it.
this
If
one.
your friends are jumping off a cliff, let's do it too.
The last roll of the night, might as well.
And it's the same thing. It's fine, guys. He barely sees whatever it is.
We describe it to him in great detail. Oh, look, a 30-foot hill rises ahead of us. On top of the hill is a natural. It's,
Oh,
It's more like you guys are pointing it out to him, and he's able to like nod and follow along to what you're talking about, but he didn't see it on his own.
like, oh yeah, I totally saw that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I also saw that.
Oh yeah. What else did you see? It's just a quiz, you know. I just want to know like how perceptive you are.
I too saw those things.
All right, we'll see if this works. It does, except for these stupid things. All right, so as you're riding along, you notice that this whole hill is sort of shaped. All those things that are blocking the line of sight are rocks along the top. And here, let me do this instead. There you go. So there's the white pieces are jutting, and as you guys get to the top of the hill, you guys can go ahead and move yourselves up toward the rocks. You notice the shape, and as you look down, and you realize it's sort of dragon adjacent. And that is where we will leave it for tonight. As you arrive at the Dragon Barrow.
Dun dun dun.
Hopefully it's that.
and
It's a
I got to
dun, dun,
go. I'm late to a phone call. I will talk to you guys next week.
All right,
Bye.
Later.
Later.
Thanks for playing with me, guys.
Later.
And we will come back on Sunday. Say hi to the Starfinder folks.
Okay.
Wednesday for the D&D folks. And back this next week when we once again will follow the heroes of Phandalin. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Later, people. Later, peoples.